There are people who can confess their feelings in one breath, and there are those who would rather swallow fire than admit that their heart is no longer their own. They look calm, composed, sometimes even cold. They answer your messages politely, keep their distance, act busy, disappear for hours, maybe days. And yet, if you could step inside their mind for just 1 minute, you would see your name written everywhere. They think about you while driving, while working, while pretending to scroll through their phone. They replay your words at night. They remember the way you laughed, the way you looked away, the exact tone of your voice. These are not indifferent people. These are people who feel too much. And that is precisely why they run. Some zodiac signs are born with emotional depth so intense that love feels dangerous to them. When they fall, they don't fall lightly, they fall completely. They don't flirt for fun. They don't attach casually. If they let someone in, it means that person has touched a hidden door inside them that very few even know exists. And that level of vulnerability terrifies them. They are afraid not because they don't care but because they care too much. They know that once they admit their feelings, there is no turning back. Love will rearrange their priorities, soften their defenses, expose their fears, and control something they value deeply will slip through their fingers. So what do they do instead? They analyze, they withdraw, they test you, they convince themselves they are just busy. They focus on work, on friends, on responsibilities. They may even flirt with someone else just to prove to themselves that they are not attached. But late at night, when no one is watching, they reread your messages and wonder if you felt it too. The 6 signs I am about to reveal are masters of emotional camouflage. They can look unbothered while their heart races. They can act distant while imagining a future with you. They can say it's nothing while feeling everything. But here is the secret. When they finally open up, their love is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is loyal, consuming, protective, and deeply intentional. They do not love halfway. They love as if it is sacred. Let's begin with the first 3. Scorpio. If you think Scorpio is not interested, look closer. This is the sign that will memorize the smallest details about you and never mention it. Scorpio hides feelings because vulnerability feels like handing someone a loaded weapon. They love intensely, obsessively, completely, and that intensity scares even them. When they realize they are falling, they may become quieter, more mysterious, harder to read. They will test your loyalty without telling you they are testing you. Scorpio opens up only when they feel absolute emotional safety. They need consistency. They need to see that you are not playing games. It can take months, sometimes longer, for them to confess what they feel. But when they do, it is permanent. A Scorpio who admits love has already imagined forever. Capricorn. Capricorn hides love behind ambition. If they start working more, becoming more serious, more focused, it might be because they are trying to outrun their feelings. Capricorn fears emotional chaos. They like structure, control, long-term plans. Love disrupts that. It makes them soft. It makes them distracted. They will not confess easily. They need to be sure that what they feel is not temporary. Capricorn opens up slowly, logically, step by step. They observe you. They calculate compatibility. They ask themselves if you fit into their future. It can take a long time, sometimes half a year or more, before they speak. But when they choose you with intention. Their love is stable, protective, and built to last decades. Virgo. Virgo hides feelings by overthinking them. They will analyze every text message, every look, every pause in conversation. Instead of saying "I like you," they will convince themselves it is just admiration. Virgo fears making a mistake in love. They are terrified of choosing wrong, of investing in someone who will not stay. So they run not physically, but mentally. They create distance by focusing on flaws, by becoming critical, by pretending they are too busy. But if Virgo keeps showing up in small ways, checking on you, helping you, remembering practical details, it means you matter deeply. Virgo opens up when they feel emotionally secure and intellectually connected. It may take time, but once they trust you, their love is thoughtful, devoted, and quietly powerful. Aquarius. Aquarius will never admit how deeply they feel until they are absolutely certain it won't cost them their freedom. This sign values independence almost as much as oxygen. The moment they sense attachment forming, they may step back, become distant, suddenly busy, or intellectually detached. It's not because they don't care. It's because emotions feel overwhelming and irrational to their logical mind. Aquarius hides feelings by turning them into philosophy. They will analyze love instead of confessing it. They may talk about relationships in general terms while secretly meaning you. What makes them open up? Friendship, deep conversation, feeling understood without pressure. Aquarius needs space to process their emotions privately. It can take several months for them to admit what they feel, sometimes even longer. But once they decide you are their person, they become unexpectedly loyal, protective, and future-oriented. Their love is unconventional, but it is real and enduring. Cancer. Cancer feels everything instantly, and that's exactly why they hide it. This sign falls fast, but fear of rejection can make them retreat just as quickly. They will act casual while their heart is already building a home around you. Cancer's greatest fear is not loving, it's loving alone. When they sense vulnerability, they may test you emotionally. They might become moody, slightly distant, or overly self-protective. They need reassurance without asking for it directly. What opens them up? Emotional consistency, gentle words, small proofs that you care. Cancer doesn't need grand gestures, they need emotional safety. It may take weeks, sometimes a few months, before they confess how deeply they feel. But once they do, they love with devotion that feels almost sacred. With Cancer, love is protective, nurturing, and lifelong. Taurus hides love behind stubborn silence. When they begin to care, they become quieter, more observant, more cautious. Taurus does not rush into emotional territory. They need certainty. They need to feel that what they are building will not collapse. They may pretend they are unaffected, but internally they are imagining shared routines, shared mornings, shared futures. Taurus runs from feelings by focusing on stability, work, money, responsibilities. Love feels like risk, and Taurus hates unnecessary risk. What melts them? Patience, physical presence, reliability. Show up consistently, and Taurus will slowly soften. It can take months, sometimes a long season, before they say the words out loud. But when Taurus admits love, it is steady, loyal, and almost immovable. They don't fall often, but when they do, they stay. These 6 signs may not post about you. They may not confess dramatically. They may even pretend indifference. But inside, they are replaying your conversations, imagining your touch, wondering if you feel the same storm they are trying so hard to calm. If someone born under one of these signs is distant yet consistently present, reserved yet attentive, quiet yet observant, don't mistake it for coldness. It might be love growing in silence. And when they finally stop running from their own hearts, you won't have to question it. Because their love will no longer hide, it will stand beside you, steady and undeniable, proving that sometimes the quietest feelings are the deepest of all.